Welcome to the Blue Lounge. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the FA Cup final match preview. If your team hasn't made it to the FA Cup final, then it sucks to be you. But Chelsea play Liverpool in the FA Cup final tomorrow late afternoon. This is the second final that Chelsea will be playing Liverpool this season at Wembley. Last one didn't quite go to plan. Certain VAR, certain referee, certain Kepa, it did not go to plan. Last time we played Liverpool at Wembley in a cup final this season. Hopefully tomorrow we can change that. Hopefully tomorrow Chelsea can get their first domestic trophy under Thomas Tuchel. Hopefully tomorrow we can turn the tide, the jinx, the whatever you want to call it, the situation around, and get the win and get a trophy. We started the season with a trophy. We got another trophy midway through the season. Let's end the season with our third trophy, and let people tell us that we've had a bad season. Let Chelsea win their third trophy this season, and we're still going to be told this season hasn't been great for Chelsea Football Club. Regardless of what happens tomorrow, it's going to be a good season, because we're going to finish in the top four. We are going to be competing in two finals. Hopefully we'll win this one, and we've had already achieved two trophies. So I am pleased with our performance so far this season. Could be better, yes, but it's not been a bad season. Taking into account all the things that we've had to go through, all the pressures, all the problems, I think Chelsea Football Club have had a very productive season. Lads, Todd Boehly has been around, and he's been speaking to Thomas Tuchel, to Emma Hayes. He's been checking out the training facilities. He's been checking out, behind the scenes, what's going on with Chelsea Football Club. And it looks to me like the man is starting to put his action plan to work. He is looking at what needs to be done, what needs to be addressed, and he is setting the ground, or he's putting the foundation to sort that out. So I am satisfied, I am pleased to see him being so engaged, even though he is still not officially the owner of the club, but he is doing what needs to be done to make sure that when he does have full control of the club, he will be able to hit the floor running, hit the ground running, and get things done accurately, properly, and quickly, efficiently. So he's been doing that. He's been going around and he's been trying to sort out the situation. I don't know why, but for some reason, I think people have not been notified. I've got 16 people in the stream. I've got 15 likes. Actually, I've got 16 likes. I'm going to assume a couple of you haven't already hit the like button, and if you have, thank you. And if you haven't, get that like button smashed early doors. Let's get this stream off to a good start, and hopefully we'll get the game off to a good start today. On tonight's stream, we are going to be discussing all the latest Chelsea news and events and topics and whatnot. We're going to be watching the Tuchel press conference, reacting to it, and then we are going to do a predicted lineup, the same format that we have been using over the past few weeks, giving you the chance to pick the best formation, the best lineup. And then we're going to address some transfer news, because there is some very interesting news in respect to a particular player in a problematic position for Chelsea, and it seems like he may be our first signing under Todd Boehly. More to come in respect to that particular story on the back end of the stream. Let me see if anybody has actually hit the like button. Let me have a look. Not bad. 6 of you. So we're on 22 likes. Really appreciate that. let me address the few of you who are currently in the chat. First comment, like I said, my cut and paste man, Chris. Like, share, subscribe. Big game tomorrow. Actually, I'm being unfair to Chris by saying he cuts and pastes his messages, but they look very similar. Every time they look very similar. But yeah, big up to Chris. Like, share, subscribe. Big game tomorrow. Let's finish this match season on a high. Yes, a match season. Lukaku has to start based on form. I have one of my panelists who will be responding to that very shortly. Lukaku has to start based on form. Also, if you see racism, speak up against it. Hashtag no to racism and hashtag free Palestine. That is important. A journalist was murdered a few days ago, covering the violence in Palestine, in Gaza. She was shot by a sniper. A female reporter. Her and her colleague, they were both shot. She died. Her colleague seriously wounded. And today was the funeral service for that journalist. And the people were struggling to keep her coffin up in the air because of the beating they were receiving by the police, the occupation police. And I watched that and it was really painful for me, and I shared it on Twitter, and I guess Chris must have seen it. So big up to you, Chris. Injustice needs to be stopped wherever you see it, wherever it is. CFC Blues, big up to you. Lukaku agent needs to shut his mouth. Was it his agent or was it him who's been speaking today? I think it might have been him actually. We'll come back to that. We'll come back to that because I'm still unclear about that. We'll come back to that. But listen, before a big game, everybody needs to shut their mouth. Nobody needs to be talking before a big game. Let's just get to the game, win it, and then we can do all the talking we want. CFC Blues, big up to you. Courtney, bless up. Courtney, bless up. Big up to you, my man. Olu, hello everyone. Hope you're all good and optimistic about tomorrow. Yes, optimistic to the max. Perisic? Who's talking about Perisic, man? I'm talking about somebody else. Why are you spoiling my stream, CFC? Keep it as a surprise, man. Hawkeys, my man, big up to you. Welcome. Hawkeys, you've submitted the lineup. You want to take part in this competition. Are you going to challenge Boogeyman for the title? We'll see. We'll see, Hawkeys. Love to see you on the panel shortly. Pierre, shot in the face, press jacket on. Exactly. Press jacket, you know, she had all the markings, all the identifications that she needed, and she had a camera in her hand, you know. May Allah have mercy on her soul. May Allah have mercy on her soul.
Yeah, I mean, just crazy.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. It was his agent talking about leaving. All right, okay. You know, I didn't see that statement. I saw the other statement, but I saw Lukaku's response to that. I saw Lukaku's response to that. Yeah, we'll get to that, CFC. We'll get to that. Sam Ballard. Sorry, I'm late. No, you're not late, Sam. You're good. You're good, Sam. You're good. Who else do I have here? Saeed Zemet Frizi-ish. Yeah, he might be starting tomorrow. Let's hope. Like and subscribe. Don't forget to vote for the best team later. You know it will be mine. Says Chris. Big up, Chris. Boogeyman, welcome. How are you? How you doing?
I'm good. Friday, Saturday.
Yeah.
So those are the time I love when it comes to my week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
No, it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure, Boogie. And do you know what, Boogie? This weekend can be a fantastic one, or it can be a boring one. All it takes for Lukaku to make it happen. What do you think?
Lukaku make it happen. We all celebrate. That's for sure. As a Chelsea first, right? Whoever score, I don't care. Even if it is if Mendy score goals, from his box, I'll be happy, man. It doesn't matter to me who scores, as long as we save our season with one domestic cup. I'm all for it. Let's just
Mm.
keep the positive vibe into tomorrow because we've been playing against Liverpool and we know some other call it Liverpool. We know we're playing against not only one of the best 11 players in Europe, but we're playing against the referees, we're playing against VAR, we're playing against, I don't know, too
Fate's
many
luck.
stuff. Exactly. Decisions and all those things. So it's not going to be easy.
Boogie,
It will be really good.
I was checking Twitter this afternoon, and I don't remember who it was, but somebody had a poll up, and he said, "Who do you want to see starting tomorrow, Kai Havertz or Lukaku?" And this is
Mhm.
a Chelsea account, so it's one of the Chelsea fans, and it had a few votes, um, and most of the people who are voting, I guess, I'm guessing Chelsea fans. How do you think they voted? Before I tell you, how do you think they voted? Percentage wise.
Uh, as a Chelsea fan, my understanding of the game is Havertz is the big game guy. It's, it cannot be Romelu. And for some reason, I just don't see both starting. So I think they should be normally voting Kai as a big game talent, and we've seen it many times and over
Mm.
and again. So he is a big game player. So I
When
don't think Lukaku is the one.
yeah. Yeah, no, CFC Blue is correct. It was absolute Chelsea. I just remembered now. I don't know where the vote. I don't know. Let me have a look. Let me see if the vote is still there. If the poll is still there. When I checked it last, Boogie, it was 70%, 70 something percent to 20 something percent to Lukaku, and it had a few thousand votes on it. So I'm actually
Uh,
gonna look for it. I'm gonna look for it and see if I
Can,
can
can,
find it.
can I put some analysis on that thing? So sometimes I feel like maybe maybe I don't like Lukaku. Let me just put it this way. But I don't. I always come from the position where I look at the game tomorrow. Uh, we're not going to be able to actually. We have Kovacic half injured. We have N'Golo Kante half injured, or let's just say 80%, 80%. If Lukaku play up front, we're not going to be able to press that Liverpool defense. It's just not going to happen. They will just speed up the game from their box. Lukaku is isolated. As soon as Lukaku is isolated, I mean, our two other offensive wingers are completely isolated because they cannot press just by themselves. So it's going to have a load of work for our midfield left to do. So I just don't think why Lukaku started a game against Liverpool. It does not make any sense. But again, for some reason, it seems like I'm the only one seeing it's not going to work. Kai has to be on that field because Kai Mount putting their pressure on those four defensive, the two center back and uh, the left back and the right back. Kai and Mount or Werner will put a lot of pressure on those people, and it will help us a lot because Fabino is not there. That's what my understanding. And Thiago Alcantara, we should not let that guy touch too many balls. And if Lukaku is there, Alcantara will touch a lot of ball for sure because he is going to allow those openings. And we
I'm gonna
doomed.
I'm gonna ask you this. The last game, the last final, Lukaku. I mean, the last final that we played against Liverpool, Lukaku started, scored a fantastic goal.
No, he
Disallowed.
didn't start it. I think he came on. The one,
No, he
the game
started.
was disallowed. We're talking
Yeah,
about that
he
one.
started.
He didn't
He
start.
started. Did he start?
No, I
Are you
think he
sure?
came on. And, well, Havertz was on the field. Havertz missed a few chances. Lukaku
Havertz
came
was
on.
on the field. Havertz was
I
on the
think
field. He had the
I think
altercation
Lukaku came on.
with what's his name, with
their left
Trent.
back or Trent. Trent.
Trent. Yeah,
Lukaku came on.
Did he come on? I don't know. It took me a while to
Yeah,
see
Lukaku
it.
actually did came on, and I think he has really good impact at that time.
Okay, so Lukaku played a semi-final and a final and in the Club World Cup.
Yeah.
Scored 2 goals, contributed very well. He played the final against Liverpool in the Carabao Cup. Played well. He didn't start. He came on and had an impact. Do you think Lukaku has a point to prove, and do you think that he will prove it tomorrow?
No, I don't think. I don't think at the end of the season is where anyone has
You don't
any
think he
point
has
to
a
prove.
point to prove, or you don't think he will
No,
prove it?
no, he has no point to prove because whatever he has to prove, as we know Lukaku now. There's nothing to prove to anybody, and he cannot prove it
So,
either. Also, because he
so
started against Liverpool.
if Lukaku gets a hat trick tomorrow, it's gonna be So what?
For me, listen. If Lukaku get hat-trick tomorrow, I will celebrate it. I will come here and say, Lukaku, play good, play good, play good. If your following question is, does he stay at Chelsea next season? My answer is an absolute no. I don't want him. It's as simple as that. If Lukaku next season come and Lukaku is not sold, and Lukaku stay in Chelsea, you ask me, Boogeyman, so Lukaku stay at Chelsea, how do you feel? I'm good. Lukaku is a Chelsea player. Should Lukaku be playing most of our game? I say no, because I know Lukaku. He has. There's no surprise there. Lukaku. You can decide to do your own interpretation. Just see the good part of it. You can decide to look at the entire game, check minute by minute,
Boogie,
and do your own.
I'm sorry I keep interrupting you. But I see. This is how I see things, and I want to see if I can actually try to somehow convince you to see it in this way. Now,
Okay.
I don't think Lukaku is having a fantastic season. I think Lukaku is
Really
having
bad season, actually.
a very bad season. He's having a very bad season, and I think he's having a bad season because of a lot of things that he's doing off the pitch. Mistimed statements, mistimed comments, mistimed social media posts and whatnot. He's had a lot of that. And the thing is, every time he tries to fix it, he makes it worse. Okay, so I wish he just doesn't say a lot, doesn't say anything. The problem is he's not that. No, he does that. My take on this, and this is what I'm trying to get you to see if I can get you to look at it in this way, is I think Lukaku leaving Chelsea Football Club at the end of the season will be negative for Chelsea in more ways than one. However, if he does stay for one more season, I think it will definitely be beneficial for us in more ways than one. And I'm going to give you a couple of examples of the negativity and I'll give you a couple of examples of the positivity. Negativity, if we do sell him, we're going to sell him, we're going to lose a lot of money on him. And we are not going to be able to replace him with somebody who is going to be a sure win, a sure fix. While as Lukaku, I know for a fact that if we are able to get him to play without the hiccups that we've had this season with him, because of the experience he's had with us this season, I think he will get us at least 15 to 20 to 25 goals next season. Minimum 15 goals. Now, this for me is a good reason, or is enough of a reason to have him to stay for one more season. In regards to the sale, I think whoever we do bring in, and there's a lot of names, a lot of youngsters that are being mentioned, they're all ifs, buts, maybes, whether or not they're going to be successful. Just like the case of Timo Werner. And this, for me, is why I am keen to give him at least one more season. Because we did not want to see the back of some of the signings we had in Lampard's season so quickly. We wanted to give them one more season. Like Ziyech, like Havertz, like Timo Werner and others. 2 seasons is important. So this is my take on it. I'm going to give you a couple of minutes to think about it while I say hello to Chris and to Alex, and then we'll come back to you. Chris, big up to you. How are you?
I'm very well, mate. I'm very well. It's what is it? The day before the FA Cup final, and I'm looking forward to it, mate. I'm confident. I'm ready. I'm ready to beat Liverpool. I'm ready to see Liverpool fans crying because the quadruple's over. Chelsea saved football. I'm looking forward to it. And yeah, Lukaku has to start based on form, And in this current moment, mate, it's Friday, the 13th, unlucky for some, Friday the 13th, May 2022. Has Lukaku been shocking this season? Yes, but he's coming off scoring 3 goals in 2 games, and we need all the confidence we need. He needs to start tomorrow. So,
yep, spot on. What's your thoughts on Todd Boehly's rounds with Hayes and Tuchel over the past?
Oh, great, mate. Great. It's good to see. Well, I mean, he's not officially the owner, but in my head he is. He's going to be the owner, and it's great. It's great that he's focusing on everything. I think he spoke to the head of Neil Bath as well. Look, mate, I'm happy. He seems to be committed to Chelsea. He seems to be focused on all areas, not just the men's team, the women's team, the academy, and obviously we've got the stadium to upgrade, etc. So, mate, I'm happy. Todd Boehly, for me, he's made me happy. But give it a year and I'll be probably shouting Todd Boehly out because that's just the way football works. That's just the way football works.
Listen, it's a fact, but I have a feeling, and again, we said this about Lukaku, we said this about others, but I have a feeling this guy is going to take Chelsea in the right direction. I think the fact that he's already gone to see Emma Hayes and Thomas Tuchel, and he's already trying to understand how the club is run, how the club is working, I think it shows that he has
the capabilities.
Not the capabilities, but the correct mindset. The capabilities, it will come when we see who he brings in, who he hires to do the job. But him having the right mindset, him trying to get hands on and see what's going on in our club from early doors, it's definitely a good way to do it. And what is interesting is you see him being there by himself, no entourage, nothing. And again, this is the pictures and the images I saw.
Oh, Mo, if he can get someone like Boogeyman, on his side, he can get anybody on his side. So that's a positive. That's a positive.
Yeah, it's hard to impress Boogeyman. So yeah. That is definitely a good point. Let me say hello to Alex. Alex, how are you? How you been?
How are you
doing?
Yeah, good, man. I'm graduating next week, but I just thought I'd jump on for the stream, tonight. Big game tomorrow.
Congratulations, man.
Yeah, man. I've been working.
Hopefully, Chelsea can give you something extra
hope,
to celebrate.
I hope.
This weekend. So
I hope, man. But the funny thing is, if they lose, it's probably gonna make me even more angry. It's gonna make me more. The thing is, if Chelsea win, then I might not get much work done. So maybe if Chelsea lose, I might get more work done. So who knows?
Well, congratulations on the graduation, mate.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Anyways,
listen, it's a long journey, and hopefully it's about to come to a conclusion in a very positive manner. So
All right, cheers. Thank you, man. Thank you. But about the game.
Tell me your thoughts about what we can expect to see at Wembley Stadium against Liverpool, and this is the real one basically, because Carabao Cup and now it's FA Cup. So what do you expect to see tomorrow?
Listen, I just want to show those bums of Liverpool fans and Liverpool team what we are made of, man. Because I'm tired of it. Like I'm tired of losing these FA Cup finals, man. We can't lose a third in a cup final 3 times in a row. We just can't. So I just hope we step up. But also, what I would say is, look, our record this season against Liverpool has been good in a way where, like, all the games that we played against them, we drew 1-1 at their home ground on the first or second game of the season. We had 10 men for the whole of the second half at their ground, and we kept a clean sheet. Then they came to the bridge, they scored 2 goals, and then we got 2 goals back. And then also in the cup final for 120 minutes, you know, we battle it out and no goals.
We scored.
So
we scored.
In that game, we maybe we were, if we were clinical more, maybe we could have won. But yeah, but in general, this kind of game, it's a close game where like it's very small margins. It's very small margins. I think it's going to be in a very intensive game, lots of intensity, just because that's how Liverpool play. And this is the only time when it's sometimes like, look, I can't say I'm like not confident or confident. Like I'm like either or. You know, I think we are the underdogs. We are going to be having to be the kind of the underdog style kind of team because Liverpool are on a good run in general as a team, and maybe we haven't been recently. Yes, the win against Leeds is going to help that, but still in general we haven't been at our best. How we usually, you know, how we were a couple of months ago, even before Christmas. So I just hope we kind of keep that up. But all I would say is that what we're going to need to do tomorrow is we just need to be clinical. We just need to be clinical.
I'm just going to stop you for a second there, Alex. Right now, me, Boogeyman, Hawkes, and Chris. You can't see Chris laughing, but I know he's laughing his head off. There's a slight conversation happening backstage. It's also a private joke, so people are they're seeing us smiling and laughing. It's nothing to do with what Alex is saying. It's because of something happening backstage. So just Alex, what he's saying is spot on, and we respect that. But we're having a private joke backstage, so we do apologize to Alex.
No, to be honest, I wasn't even looking at the screen, so I was just chatting away. So, but anyways, I was saying, yeah.
But when you get a chance to get a private chat, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, I had a look. But yeah, no, I guess just ending my point. We just need to be clinical. We need to step up to their game. But look, every time Chelsea tend to perform in these kind of games. We do tend to sometimes just perform when in big games. We actually when we have to get to someone's level, we do. It's problem is when we play teams like Everton or Wolves, or we go down to their level. When you have to play a team that has to go up to their level, we always do that. We always go up to the level of I'm worried because yes, Liverpool is a great team and they are on a good run, but you have to back Chelsea also because we don't have a bad record against them in all senses. So let's just hope we get a W.
Yeah, no, I agree with you 100%. We do raise our game against the big clubs, and we do drop it against the smaller clubs, and that's why we have been known to be called Charity FC because when we come to play against teams that we should be putting away, we make it a little bit hard for ourselves, and unfortunately. Some good points there by you, Alex. Let me say hello to Boogeyman, to Bobby. I keep getting you mixed up. Bobby, I hope your mic is working this time.
Yeah, I was having some connection problems.
Fantastic.
Over the past few days. It's because I'm not on the right device, but I am today.
All right, fantastic. Bobby, big game tomorrow. Massive game tomorrow. Yep. Like I said, starting the stream, we started the season with a cup. Midway point, a cup. And I hope to end it with a cup. What do you think?
Sorry, I didn't hear that. Sorry.
I'll start again.
Sorry.
We started the season winning the Super Cup, and then midway through the season we won the Club World Cup, and now hopefully we can end the season winning the FA Cup. Do you think that is a realistic ambition for us? Are we going to do it? Are we going to achieve it?
Yeah, I mean, why not? We've had such a horrendous season in terms of what's happened outside the pitch. It's a difficult one. Liverpool have form. We don't really have form. But for me, what I see, and I have a big, big feeling for, is that Liverpool are more than overdue some very bad luck. And we are more than overdue some good luck. And I think that's what's going to swing it. They've had a lot of luck this season. and we've had far too many challenges. That's just how I see it. I think that's what's going to happen. It's going to be a game of fortune.
I don't want to win on luck. I want to win on on performance, because winning on luck, it normally means it's going to take it to the last minute and it's going to be a VAR, a penalty. Was it a foul? Was it not? Did it go over the line? I don't want it to be one of them games.
Yeah,
relax. A win is a win.
Relax.
Yeah,
Relax.
I mean, I don't know what it means. Just like Boogeyman, I'm not sure I care, but they need to feel some pain of that bad luck, and it's going to happen. That's just how I feel. I don't. It's just my personal opinion of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to Hawkeys. Hawkeys, big game, massive game.
Yeah.
Highlight of the season for us for a while now. We've been waiting for this. We've been
Exactly.
like league performances not important. We started to drop points, and then no, it's important. We want to qualify. We want to qualify for the Champions League. But now this is it. This is the game that has so much riding on it.
Yeah.
FA Cup final, first domestic trophy for TT. Do you think we're gonna do this?
Big ups, more big ups to the panel, big ups to the chat and everyone. Thank you for having me. Yeah, so
Pleasure.
big game. I've been kind of trying my possible best not to think about the game, but I was like, I'm going to jump on today just to talk about the game, because I've kind of distanced myself a bit because of so many things that's been happening at the club. So for the FA Cup final, I think we owe ourselves that FA Cup finally after this consecutive losses, and also we also need to get one behind the Liverpool in the final, because they've been escaping from our grasp for too many finals now. I think 2 finals or 3 finals. I can't remember. One was the Super Cup, the other one was the Carabao Cup. So they've been escaping from the finals. We've played head to head with them, and I feel like we need to just get one, behind them. So there's like so many reasons why we should win the game, but at the same time, I'm not too invested. Let me use that word. I'm not too invested because the run of form and everything. See, I'm hoping for the best, but I'm expecting the loss as well, but I'm hoping for the best, because it's based on how we've been playing and all of these things. It will be a very positive thing for us to win it. It will be really, really incredible for us to win it against the Liverpool side. I think we can do it, but at the same time, I'm giving that space for error as well. So that's just
All right.
that's
Before I go into the press conference, I'm going to ask you guys a question, and this is really based on what Hawkes has just said. Could we or should we expect Chelsea to win tomorrow, or is that an unrealistic position to be in, considering the form that we've had recently, considering where Liverpool are in the league, what Liverpool have achieved this season? Or is it, no, it's two teams going on that pitch at Wembley, it's a cup final, anything can happen? How do you guys see this?
We're Chelsea Football Club, we need to have high standards, and we need to go into it like thinking that we can win this game. I mean, we have won this trophy 8 times, and we have to put into our heads that you're always gonna, I guess, back your team to go and win it. And look, there's no better time to beat Liverpool, you know what I mean? So like, for the incentive for the players and for the fans, this would be the best time to do it. That's what I would say.
Yeah, fair enough. Boogie on mute, Bobby on mute.
Sorry. This is the team that beat Real Madrid 3-0 till 70 something minute or 80 something minute. Are you telling me we cannot beat Liverpool? It's just
I'm not telling you anything. I'm asking you.
no, no, yeah, no, I'm not. I'm just saying it's just a way of talking. I'm just saying, someone telling we should go to that game worrying about something. No, we actually can beat them properly, just 3 or 4-0, and just go home with the cup. The reason why I gave the Real Madrid example was just a few weeks back, and that's the same team. Maybe
Yeah.
Kovacic a little injured, Kante a little injured, but other than that, that's the same team. So listen, we Chelsea, like Alex has said, and we should never settle for less. We go to any game, it has to be, we have to win it. And if we don't win it, it's either the referee decided to give it to the other one. So other than that, we
And
should win
I
it
want, I
all
want, I
games.
want, I want, I want to also add something in respect to the way Liverpool play Chelsea. I think Liverpool fear opponents like Chelsea. When I say fear, I don't mean like scared. I mean, as in they think that this is not a game that they can take lightly. They know they have to come and play their top game in order for them to be able to walk away with a result. And that's what I say. That's what I mean by fear. There's a lot of problems that can be caused to them playing Chelsea. Chelsea are not an easy team, and Man City will tell you that as well. The thing is this: does Tuchel use? And we started by talking about this me and Boogeyman. So I really want to hear from Hawkes, Alex, and Bobby about this. Does Tuchel start with Romelu Lukaku or with Kai Havertz? And there was a poll done by Absolute Chelsea earlier today with a few thousand Chelsea fans voting. The majority of Chelsea fans, and when I say majority, I mean like 77% voted for Lukaku to start. Now, me personally, I don't think you drop a striker who is scoring goals. Back-to-back games, back-to-back goals. He looks hungry. He looks motivated. Yes, he's not been the best, but I think you start Lukaku personally. Boogeyman disagrees. I want to hear from Bobby, Alex, and Hawkes on this.
Let me quickly jump in and say, well, if people don't want to see Lukaku, why should they want to see Kai Havertz? Kai Havertz has been off form. He's not been that good the last month or two. So would I rather have a guy who's actually, yes, okay, hasn't been good for us maybe in previous times, but actually recently has been good, and this link and play between Mount, Pulisic, and Lukaku that we saw against Leeds, even if Leeds maybe were quite poor. I think why change it? I think even okay, I can see both points of view. I think if Kai Havertz plays, he's got more of a free roam kind of player. So you'll see him picking up positions where he'd be in the left wing, then dropping down midfield, right wing, and striker. So I think we would be more of a team that could maybe be, Liverpool might not understand them. They'll have to second guess. With Lukaku, it'll be more of a understanding of the game. But I think Lukaku is just he seems more confident. I think, believe me, confidence does to a player can change a player dramatically. Like we've seen it with Timo Werner, we've seen it with lots of other players. When a player is confident and is shooting and is scoring goals, you can perform at a high level and give performances better than maybe you have prior to other games. And I liked what I saw against Leeds. Yes, okay, Leeds were a different, very different opponent, but I actually liked the link-up play between Mount and Lukaku. And we saw Lukaku at the very beginning of the season when he had played Liverpool, and he did cause Liverpool problems. And also in that final. Yes, in the final he came on in the second half, but I think Lukaku with that Liverpool's high line, I think he's gonna have a field day.
Alex, before I bring the rest of the guys to talk about this, I want to ask you this question: if Lukaku was to score, and he would, and we'd win the game because of Lukaku's goals, 1, 2, 3, whatever he scores, that would be the second time or the second cup that he has scored the goals or has been contributing to the goals for us to win it. Would you change your stance on him, or when I say you, I mean as a Chelsea fan? Should the Chelsea fan base change their stance in respect to him? Should we be a little bit more lenient with him? I mean, I know the fans are warming up to him, especially on the back of two goal scoring games. If he is the reason why Chelsea beat Liverpool tomorrow, should we give him the benefit of the doubt moving forward?
Well, you praise him, but you still have to understand that there's not been a good season. If you know what I mean,
He's not
like
forgiven.
that, like he won't be forgiven for the season, but you just praise for the performance that he has done, and for him to win us the cup. But you know what I mean? If he was on top form, we would have been in many other competitions and close to win lots of other trophies. So this wouldn't fix the problem, but it would still be it would just be a gratitude that he's actually maybe done something for us at least, kind of thing. That's
Let
why.
me hear from Hawke. Cool. Let me hear from Hawkes and Bobby, and then I'll give Boogeyman the final word on Lukaku.
All right. So, Bobby, you want to go first? Okay.
Look, I spent some time in Spain a few years ago, and it was rightfully and luckily in the football season. And I learned something slightly different about their footballing culture, which is what trips us up in England in major tournaments, World Cups, and all these competitions that we always wonder why we don't win. In Spain, I found that their teams played players on form. They don't care about your history, don't care about what you did last month. But if you showed form in the recent games, you play. Lukaku has shown form. So as far as I'm concerned, he plays. The one thing that we haven't done against Liverpool over the past couple of years is harass them. In the days when we used to harass them with our forward line of Drogba and even after him, people like Demba Ba and all that, they couldn't handle it. When we played them at Anfield and we had both Lukaku and Havertz on the field, they struggled. Havertz scored and they had to get the referee to get one of our guys sent off before they could do anything. Now, because they play with a couple of little guys up front who are very good, we shouldn't emulate them. We keep doing that. We play Pulisic, we play Werner, we play all these guys. That is good, but I think we need to start with Havertz and Lukaku. As big as people like Van Dijk are and Canute, and that they love bullying little guys. They're not so good when they're the guys the same size. I think we should go for it. Our match, our game, our pre-match talk speaks for itself. We don't even need to talk much. You just play the players the League Cup final and play them. The last game that we played them was at the Bridge, where I think the ref kept some of their players on. Just keep showing them all those disagreeable decisions, and top it off with last year's FA Cup final. That's enough. Those boys know what to do. You get out there, you play like your life depends on it. You will turn over Liverpool for sure. For sure. If those boys go out there and play with the venom that they can play with the memory of all the things that has happened to them, that's why I said they're due some luck. Just like they went into the Bernabeu with the venom of the knowledge of the fact, like, hey, look, we're champions here. They're going to turn over Liverpool tomorrow. You watch.
All right, fair enough. I agree. Play the ones who are on form. Play the players who are doing it for you. I agree. No issues there. Hawkes,
Yeah.
thoughts on this?
Yeah. So, I have to look at it from different perspectives, which the first one will be like on a tactical level. Now, I think if we are looking at Liverpool, we're looking at teams like City, we're looking at a few other top teams also the Madrid game you guys spoke about. The intensity was incredible. You get our boys were running all over the pitch. They were running everywhere. I don't necessarily believe we can have that much intensity with Lukaku in the front line. I put him in my lineup anyways because I was like, well, all games do not depend on intensity. Games take different, you know, different shapes, different modes. But I feel like intensity will be something that could win us the game because with this front line, the three of them going like crazy, pressing and doing all of those hard work, we could force Liverpool to make mistakes. I do not necessarily believe Lukaku can put in that much intensity, as I said, but that is just on a tactical, level. But if Tuchel plays Lukaku up front tomorrow, he's not wrong at all. He should. We kind of know the lineup. We know the lineup. Pulisic, Lukaku, Mason Mount. They are the ones on form. They're the ones, that everyone is expecting to show out there. But if Tuchel doesn't play Lukaku and something goes wrong, if it doesn't play Lukaku, then we trail by one goal, or those boys get miss sitters or something, then that is a problem. Then that is the real problem because Lukaku has been on scintillating form. He's been showing that he wants to work. He's also been trying to put in so much work. So that is where it comes in for me. I feel like if Tuchel plays Lukaku up front, yeah, fine. We should just hope we win the game. And of course, as you guys already know, for Lukaku to work, we know for Lukaku to score goals, to play good, you have to deliver direct balls to him. You have to play him through on goal. You have to create for him. So, like, if Tuchel is playing him tomorrow, you should also put that in his mind. We need to also make him useful in the game, not necessarily use him to start chasing all the Liverpool players, helter skelter. So, left to me, I would say Kai Havertz should start. Let's put the intensity on the Liverpool backline, then we could bring Lukaku on as a sub. Not because I do not want Lukaku to start. I want him to start the game. But do I believe he can, you know, I don't just know. That's how I just feel. I feel like he can come later on in the game than, in the 60th minute or something around that when the Liverpool backline or the Liverpool players are already gassed out from the intensity, then he would capitalize on weak, probably weak Van Dijk, weak Konate, and, something like that. But, he could start and still have a wonderful game. So that's what I just think.
Yeah, thank you for that. I've been listening to you. I've been reading the comments in the chat, and I think it's a gamble whichever way you go, because there's people talking about Kai Havertz is a big game player. Others have been saying he's not really been putting in good performances recently. Lukaku is physically strong, therefore he can put a lot of pressure on the Liverpool defense. There's a lot of different ways to look at this, and everyone has a valid point in respect to their argument. Before I go to Boogeyman to give me the final say on Lukaku, and then we'll address the Tuchel press conference. Before we do that, I want to ask you guys to do me a favour and hit that like button. I know I've got Liverpool fans watching the stream, and I want to say to Liverpool fans, welcome to the Blue Lounge, a Chelsea fan channel. It's good to have you in the chat. I'm reading your comments, and this is a platform for everyone. You want to make a point, make it. Love to hear it, and we'd love to discuss and debate for the pre-match, because tomorrow all the things that we're going to be saying today will be resolved on that pitch at Wembley. Hopefully, Chelsea will win. Hopefully, the best team will win. If you guys do end up winning, well, VAR it is, isn't it? Well, we'll see what happens tomorrow. So big up to you guys, and keep them likes coming in, and subscribe if you're new. Boogeyman, I've got two Alexes in here. One is bad enough, two is a problem. Boogeyman, let me hear your thoughts and opinions on Romelu Lukaku, and I'll take it from you. All right.
Yeah, I think I agree with Jorge with the analysis. We need intensity. Oh, Alex is gone.
He'll be back. He'll be back.
We need intensity, and Lukaku probably should come in as an impact sub, 60 or we want 55 minutes or whatever, when the Van Dijk are a little tired, so he can just bring his physicality into the game. Bobby said Lukaku is on form. I don't think Lukaku is on form. Lukaku again.
3 goals and 2, not in form.
I'll tell you against Wolf, Werner has done all the run. The first half of Lukaku against Wolf was not good at all. I don't know if anyone here watched that game. The first half was not good at all. None
for the whole team.
Same Lukaku.
For the whole team.
But I'm talking about Lukaku. So Lukaku, and that's the thing about Lukaku. Every time Lukaku does not perform, we blame the entire team. When Lukaku performed, it was Lukaku. So listen, I'm telling you, the game against Wolves, the first half, he was not good. The second half, he scored those 2 goal penalty and the other goal, and after that, nothing else. Against Leeds, Lukaku scored when we play 10 against 11. Of course, have you played behind behind the door with your friends? When you're playing 10, when you're playing 8 against 7, or you play 9 against 8, or you play it's just, you tend to move because you have a lot of space. The other guy has to stop because they don't have enough players. Lukaku was motivated because we play 11 against 10, and he was moving around. And Leeds was scared. They came there yesterday, or they were there yesterday to at least grab a point. They're trying to save the season, so they were not even playing. So whoever look at that game and say Lukaku is on form, I just don't understand it. At the end of the day, Lukaku right now is a Chelsea player, and whatever come out tomorrow, I will support it. But I just don't think Lukaku is good enough to start tomorrow. And Kai Havertz is the guy to start. And simple as that. I cannot say more than that. Because if I keep saying, people are going to be like, okay, you hate Lukaku. No, I just don't hate him. I've seen enough of Lukaku to just make those decisions. And I just can't handle it anymore, man.
Yeah, for some reason this comment doesn't going to go away. Every time I close it, it comes back up again.
Exactly.
I don't know what's going on.
But bigger man, who would you start with Kai Havertz then? Who would you have as the 2 other players?
We know them. It's going to be Werner, Kai, Mount. That's simple as that. And people talk about Pulisic. Yeah. How many times we've seen Pulisic trying to dribble a Liverpool or good defender 1v1, and he's just been pushed on the floor? How many times he loses ball in a dangerous position, and then the other team takes the ball in transition, and we get hit really hard? How many times have you seen that? And now against Leeds, Pulisic play a little, then we're all screaming.
Yeah,
I think we need a dribble in this game, though. We need someone who can dribble.
Come on, man. We see enough of Pulisic.
He's the only dribbler we have. He's the only dribbler we have. If Kovac is not playing, he'll be the only dribbler on our pitch.
Yeah, Boogie, the thing is, with Pulisic, I feel like he's not been in form in a long time. And, the swap and the changing doesn't even make him fluid enough in these games. So I feel like if he starts tomorrow, actually, he will be on, immense form, because you could see the patches start actually coming together, which is something that could be good for us against Liverpool. I think
maybe. Let's hope so. I don't mind if Pulisic and Lukaku start tomorrow. Yeah, like you said, I cannot say they don't deserve it. They play good.
Yeah, they deserve
it. If they start tomorrow, why not? But I just don't see that they have the level to face Liverpool. And this, I think Havertz, Werner, and Mount are the best at this point.
I just don't want to see Werner play, man. This game, I just don't think, because look, man, because even if Liverpool play a high line, I don't know, man. I think we just need players who can actually get on the ball, because he's just gonna make runs. But
when you don't have Fabinho, that Liverpool defense is going to be worried a lot.
But that's what I mean. So then why if
Why
they
can't
don't have
Lukaku play
Fabinho,
that?
right?
Yeah,
So
but
why
then you
can't
need to put a
Lukaku?
speed on it because Fabinho always stops the pass from the middle to our attack. He's really good at cutting those passes. So
So
if
that
he's
was-
not there, you need a runner as fast as Werner. He will be having the ball, and Lukaku is not. No, let's say if I use that word, people will be. I was going to say smart,
Lads,
but
let
I
me
just,
let me
he's not.
let me let me interrupt you. Let me interrupt you. We did a 3-hour stream on this once, and we never
That's true.
finished. And then we went 3 hours again the following day, and we never finished. And no, we're here. So let's just hear the press conference from Thomas Tuchel, and then we'll address it. If at any point you want me to stop, just tell me, and I will stop the stream, and you can address any point, while he's in his press conference. And guys, I have a feeling the audio for this one is pretty good. So let's go with this.
Bang on, best. Okay, good afternoon everybody. Welcome to today's press conference. We'll do it in two parts, starting with broadcasts. Thanks, Thomas.
Hi. Thomas, can you speak to us a little bit about how important Mateo Kovacic has been for your team this season, and crucially, is he available to you for this game?
We will try it today, actually, which is pretty surprising news that we are even in the situation where we can try it. But Mateo wants to try it, and medical department gave green light to try it. The advantage is that the ligament is anyway torn from the last incident, so there's no new injury, but heavy pain, and was heavily swollen. So we're hoping that maybe time is enough that he makes it, but we will try it in 2.5 hours in training, and then we know more about it. He was again in the game. He was very, very good, and in general he stepped up this season again in his game. Well, the qualities of him and the personality, we've spoken a lot about it. His dribblings, carrying the ball, his driving with the ball is excellent. He's a top team player. Played many years for Real Madrid, so he knows what it takes.
Today, I want to clear up one of the big misunderstandings that trips up a lot of newcomers.
To also sometimes take put the ego aside and serve the team. This is what he is. Fantastic guy and fantastic player. We missed him too much this season. He had some injuries, and we missed him over many weeks. And then in the same time, we missed Shorshi and N'Golo. That cost us a little bit. And unfortunately, now he is so ambitious. He has this injury now before the FA Cup final, because he was excellent in the matches against Liverpool lately. So we will try everything and see tomorrow.
Do you see this game following a similar theme to the previous meetings with Liverpool this season, that high intensity type of game?
Yeah. Everything
exciting for the neutrals.
Everything else would surprise me. It started with last season's win at Anfield, and started very early in this season with a draw at Anfield, and then a draw at Stamford Bridge, and then a draw over 120 minutes and 20 something penalties. So very close matches, very intense matches, and always we needed our very highest level to compete. But we found it in the matches, and I don't expect crazy new things from them, and actually also not from us. So the game is on tomorrow. It's a big final, a big competition, and we want to be spot on.
I read a nice story about how the sanctions have stopped the football club Chelsea buying complimentary tickets for the club's academy players, and that the first team staff and players have paid for those. Yeah. Is that the case, and why did you feel so strongly about doing that?
Well, that's what we did. We wanted it's a big competition, and it's one club. And normally the club would buy these tickets to provide it for the parents and the players of the academy. So we stepped in and bought the tickets for them.
Last one.
Just a final one on Romelu Lukaku's agent is planning talks with the new owners at the end of the season. I just wondered, will you be part of those talks? Has he given you something to think about his performance against Leeds?
Well, I think if he plans to talk with the owner, maybe it's not his plan to talk with me. So it's fair enough. Let's see if he gets a meeting and he can get to talk to him. I mean, he can. It's his right, and then we will talk to anybody, to any party, and we will evaluate any situation of any player, including Romelu's, and then we will see what's going to happen and what the plans are.
Thank you. Hi Thomas, on Romelu, his agent's been talking again to certain parts of the media. Does that irritate and annoy you slightly on the kind of eve of an FA Cup final?
I just was aware of it like 5 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago. Actually, yeah, well, that's what it is sometimes in football. The attention is so high that sometimes it attracts situations that you don't want to have before big matches, but it's the way it is. And for me, it's not a distraction, and hopefully for everybody who works with the team and the team itself also not.
How big a call is it tomorrow who you play, Lukaku or Kai Havertz, or can you play them both?
They can also play both, although they lacked a bit of a feeling of a perfect fit together. So it's very likely that's one of the two, but we will not give the lineup today. But listen, Romelu played lately and he scored lately, so he did everything to stay on the pitch, and it will be our final call tomorrow morning.
N'Golo Kante, is he fit? Is he ready?
He tried yesterday in team training and trained more or less everything. Hopefully now without the reaction. Was a reduced training session because of quite a long travel and fatigue of the traveling. So was not a high intensity training session. We will also try today with him. He is keen to make it, and hopefully he makes it to training. 100% that we can plan with him for tomorrow would be crucial for us.
And with him and Kovacic, given it's the FA Cup final and given the time of the season, would you gamble on both of them if they're say 70-80%?
It's the moment to take risk. Yeah.
Bruce, that's nice. Chelsea's fifth FA Cup final in the last 6 years, and they've only won one of those.
Haven't won any of those.
They've won one.
One.
Yeah, one. Why would you say that is?
If I knew, I would change it. I don't know. I can only say that, we were last year with me, so also in the final against Leicester, and we will try it again. I don't know why it's that. Like, first of all, it's a big achievement to be in these finals, and there has to be, unfortunately, a loser. And in these finals, it's a special energy, it's a special atmosphere, it's a special momentum that you have to catch, and for sure you need a piece of luck to go away with a trophy. We are aware of that, but we feel again well prepared, and the atmosphere is right. The momentum is okay after the reaction in Leeds, and everybody knows what we are up to, and we want to arrive, of course, to give Liverpool a hard fight. I don't know if there is one reason for it why it's like this, and I would prefer to point out the positive, that it's like a fifth cup final in 6 years, which shows the competitive spirit that we have.
Do you think that Cup this season, because obviously apart from the World Cup Championship, you haven't won the League Cup or the Championship or the Champions League, and this club normally does win something?
Well, first of all, we have a chance to win tomorrow something domestically. We have been to a Carabao Cup final. We have won European trophies and a World Championship trophy. So there were seasons out there, and there are a lot of teams who have worse season than our season. So I would not get carried away and say we have to win it, but we will try everything, and it changes a lot if you play a final or if you win a final. It's a huge difference, I can tell you, and we need to do everything to be happy with ourselves, and that we leave everything out there on the pitch. This is what we did in Carabao Cup, and then what I told you, nothing new. We need a bit of luck. It needs to be on our side, but we will push hard for it.
Your team and Klopp's team obviously well matched this season. All the games after 90 minutes have been drawn.
Yeah.
You and Jurgen obviously know each other really well. What will tomorrow come down to? What small margin would you think tonight? Have I had that attention to detail?
I think it can be anything. It can be a shot from the post and it's deflected, and it's from the post out and from the post in. It can be a set piece. It can be, well, look at the big chances we had. They had big chances in Carabao Cup. It can be like who gets the lead first, who gets the grip, like whatever. You have to be spot on in these kind of matches. There were such close matches lately. With decisions, sometimes red cards, sometimes a big mistake here, and then we came back at Stamford Bridge, and they came back at Anfield with a penalty, and then we had to dig in with 10 men. So a lot of different stories. That's why I think we cannot focus on one single point. And but I agree with you. It will be down to margins, and it will be down to details within the match. We are facing one of the very best coaches and one of the very best teams in the world right now. This is obvious, and it's proven over the last years and in recent weeks. And we're up for the fight.
Finally, you told us many times since you've been here about the FA Cup, and you watched it in Germany. And,
yeah.
Are you a little bit irritated by the fact this is the last game of the season, and there's nothing else to compete with this weekend, and it's just going to be about the FA Cup final and the winners? I mean, when you walk off the pitch on Saturday evening, suddenly everyone's going to start thinking about the title race and relegation on Sunday, because there's almost a full Premier League programme. It feels like maybe this needed to be shoved back a couple of weeks.
Good point. Would make it maybe even more important, the final, and would give it even more attention, but haven't thought about it because it feels big to me to arrive tomorrow or today and to arrive at the stadium tomorrow. But yeah, you have a point. If it's a weekend only with a cup final, and maybe the cup final for the women would be like even more attention. And yeah, it's not the easiest, no matter if you win it or lose it, to go again on Wednesday or on Thursday and again on Sunday to maintain your other targets. It's quite a challenge.
Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Base. Last two, Nick and then Simon to finish.
Thomas, with Mateo's injury, and you said he's got an existing tear. Does that mean at the end of the season he might need an operation?
No. But it just helped because it was anyway too mobile, and in the moment. So there was, he could not injure himself because he was already more or less injured, but not in a way that he needs a surgery or something. He was ready to play, fit, no pain. It was a conservative treatment, and the high mobility. That's how I understood it as a not an expert. The high mobility helped now to escape not with a huge injury.
And any other injury issues? Is Callum available?
No, Callum is not available, and Ben Chilwell also not, of course.
Simon, last question.
Hey Thomas, have you had a chance to practice penalties this week? If so, are you confident that Kepa could?
Kepa shoots since 6 weeks.
What kind of mood is he in, and would you make that decision? Is that in your mind?
I will not tell you. I have an opinion about it. I will not tell you. When it comes to it, you will see it anyway. Even if we decided, like in Carabao Cup before, if we have the chance, we will do it. Like in approaching the match, we always say, let's wait for the match and let's see how the game goes. Let's see if we have a change still available. Let's see how the match goes for Edu. Let's see if we feel it. It's never done before, and it will not be done now. But we have a plan for it. What we can do about practicing. it's a bit like I'm a bit torn in between if you can practice it and how much you can practice it. My players shoot a lot of penalties during a season, I have to say, like on an almost daily basis. So not too much, not like in the week before the final, like everybody suddenly starts to shoot 10 penalties a day. It's more or less like 1-2 per day through the season, which is, in my opinion, good to have a certain routine and to have a certain routine for the players. But to shoot tomorrow after 120 minutes of intense fight in a full stadium and pressure's on, this is a different story. You cannot train it. But there are some techniques and some, like, of course, routines that you can dig into, and this is what we do, but over a long period of time.
Okay, thank you. At the end of the broadcast, cameras off, please.
All right. A lot of questions about the penalty shootout. I don't know if we are going to see Kepa. Do we want to see Kepa? I don't know. I think the last penalty shootout in the Carabao Cup, he didn't save a single one. I don't think he didn't save a single one. And what's the worst that can happen when you put on Mendy? He doesn't save a single one. He might score one. You never know. I don't know. Let's hope we don't get the penalties tomorrow. Let's hope we get the game done in 90 minutes, and we move on. Does anybody want to address anything in particular in that press conference? It was kind of straightforward for me. The only thing that I found a little bit funny was the Kovacic injury. It sounded like him saying his leg was broken, so that he couldn't get any worse. It's like, that's what he's trying to say. It's like he was already injured, so the fact that they hit him on the ankle didn't really do nothing because he was already suffering from an injury. And that was supposed to be a good thing. I didn't get it.
Yeah, that's somehow awful. I don't know. The ligament is torn already.
Yeah, it's torn. So he's already playing through the pain barrier. There's on medication. So if it wasn't torn, then that tackle would have torn his ligament, and then we'd have been in trouble. But because it's already torn,
then
it's a weird one.
It's just bruised. I think it just bruised it. I think like they're saying like that. It's a bit like as if you're injured already, but you kind of it was. It's Alex, the way he said it. It's the way he said it.
Alex, so this is the leg, the foot. Now, in Kovacic, when Kovacic was playing, his foot was like this already. The fact that it was hit, it's still like this. So it's like doesn't make any difference whether or not he gets the injury. I mean, that's how I'm picturing it. So
I guess all I care about, if he's tomorrow on the pitch, that's good. You know what I mean? Like that's all I can pray for. The one thing that it was interesting that he said, like I had already watched the press conference today. Late, like today when it was live, but he said, that Lukaku and Havertz don't usually play well together. So it's either gonna be him or, and it's true. Like whenever they play together, like
Havertz doesn't like passing him the ball.
Well, it's not even that. I don't think it's that. I think it's because Havertz is more of a central player and Lukaku is more of a central player. I think Havertz. I think you lose more of Havertz and you lose more of Lukaku when, Lukaku's a striker, but I'm saying with Havertz, you lose more of him. He's not really involved in the game as much if you put him on the left.
Yeah, you're right. He doesn't. I mean, he's supposed to play well as a winger, but he doesn't seem to play well as a winger with Lukaku.
I don't think.
Yeah, go on, boy.
I don't think there's anything to take from that press conference from Thomas Tuchel. Tuchel fully understands the environment in which he plays football. It's full of snakes and detractors. Look at I would love to know that journalist asking that dumbass question about Lukaku. We're used to this at Chelsea. Before every big game, they try and throw in something that they hope will rattle the team. I think the only difference between this and other games is that we've had so much this season, especially with the ownership, that these sort of stories, they just bounce off us now. And they you see that you watch the media, the way they operate is repetitive. They do the exact same thing to try and attack teams that they don't want, especially Chelsea. If he's talking about Kovacic in that way, he's just trying to confuse everybody deliberately. And I say good luck to him. Don't give these fools any information.
Apparently, yeah, no, you're right. You're right. And apparently, Kante is fully fit as well.
Well, he said, well, try it, didn't he?
Yeah, but from what I'm hearing, it's another one of those mind game scenarios. But I'm hearing that he's ready. Kante is ready. All right, listen, I'm gonna go. Does anybody else want to add anything, or can we go to the lineup? Go on, Boogie.
Yeah, at one point he said, if there's any time to risk a player that's half injured, that's the chance. So I feel like he's going to put both Kante and Kovacic in the middle at least.
Yeah, this
I would not disagree.
I agree. This is it. This is the main attraction of this season, because once this game is done, really, it's over. The season is really over. I mean, the next couple of fixtures are only about just. I mean, all we need to do is get a draw, and that's it. Top 4 is ours. And I think it's not going to go down to that. I think we're going to win our last 2 games and see it out convincingly. I'm going to show you guys our predicted lineups. And today we have 5. So it's the same as the last one. We're going to have 2 rounds, 2 elimination rounds. Okay, so you're going to watch each panelist explain to you why his lineup is the one that Thomas Tuchel will be using tomorrow. And then at the end, you're going to be voting and deciding who is the most accurate. At the moment, Boogeyman, how many points you got? Is it 2 or 3? You got 3 points. 2 points. Boogeyman's got 2 points. And I think Bobby has got 1, I think. And Chris has got 1, but Chris is not here. So I'm not sure what's the situation with Chris. I know he has Speak of the Devil. He just popped in. Alright, so Chris is on 1.
Yeah,
and
but that's
Chris
not
is on
fair,
1.
right? Is it fair? It's not fair for us. We talk, and he show up in the middle. And
Yeah, I mean, listen.
Is Boogeyman still crying? Seriously?
Yeah. No. He sees you as a threat to his title.
Everyone does, Boogie. You're not the only one, mate.
I haven't been here in a while, man. Don't worry, I'm gonna catch up. The next 2 games.
However, Alex, to be fair to Alex, he's at a disadvantage because he sent me a screenshot.
Yeah,
not a link.
I'm not on my laptop.
So presentation points might be deducted
That should
by
be
the people in the chat. I mean, listen, the people in the chat, they decide, not us. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we try not to influence them. We try to be nice to them. So people in the chat, this is yours. You decide who wins. All right. You are gonna make these people happy, sad. You decide. The first one. Let me have a look. Who's the first one? And I'm gonna go by order of submission. All right. I'm not gonna allow people to jump over and whatever. So the first one is gonna be Hawkeyes, and then it'll be Chris, then Bobby, then Boogie, and then Alex.
Alex win this
right?
one.
No, it'll be me.
We'll see, because Alex has got a screenshot. So we'll see. I'm just saying.
Sorry, man. I'm not on my laptop, man.
This is all right. Listen, guys. You have 60 seconds to give me your speech. A minute, not a second more. 60 seconds, and you get a 10 second warning just before your time is up. The first one, and your time starts when I tell you, not when the lineup comes on the screen. So the first one is Hawkeyes. I'm going to bring it up on the screen now. Let me have a look. Here we go. Okay, Hawkeyes is going with a 3-4-3 formation. Chalobah, Silva, Rudiger, and in defence, Mendy in goal. He's got James and Alonso as the wing backs. Jorginho, Kovacic in the heart of midfield. Lukaku starting with Mount on the right and Pulisic on the left. Hawkeyes, you have a minute and your time starts now.
All right. Yeah. So I think this is popular demand formation, actually. This is based on form. And I think the only thing I would have to say about this formation that may not be so intact would be Kovacic. And I'm not sure, but if the medics can say is fit and ready to play, then I think he will start that game. He could play, 60 minutes or 45 even, and Kante comes in the second half. But I know Tuchel will want everything to go on well. And also because if Tuchel is going to start Lukaku, then you have to see Mason Mount and Kovacic on that lineup, because these are two players that work really, really well with Lukaku.
10-second warning.
Yeah, and I think that's pretty much it.
All right, that's it. All right, I'm going to give you one question, and your answer has to be specific to my question. You don't think Ziyech should be starting tomorrow?
I feel he hasn't had so much minutes to be convinced of a starting point, of a starting place. So I feel this guy is up front. The only debate will be Pulisic, and so far we've seen Pulisic has been exciting, so I feel like he's going to start the game.
All right, fair enough. Okay, guys, this is Hawkeyes team. I'll repeat. It's a 3-4-3 system. Boogeyman, can you put your mic on mute, please? You're distracting the audience. 3-4-3 system. Chalobah, Silva, Rudy in defence with Mendy in goal. Alonso, James, wingbacks, Kovacic, Jorginho in the heart of midfield with Mount, Pulisic, flanking, Lukaku up front. Keep that formation in your minds, guys, so you can vote at the end. The next lineup is, as promised, will be Chris. This is going to be good. Let me have a look. All right. Interesting. Really interesting. All right. Now, Chris has gone. Wait, let me just get the lineup on the screen. Chris has gone with the same formation as Hawkeyes and the same team apart from two players. He's got Aspilicueta as the right centre back and N'Golo Kante instead of Jorginho, but everyone else is the same. All right, so that's a 3-4-3 formation. Chris, you have 1 minute, and your time starts now.
Ladies and gentlemen and ladies, this is the Ironbrew 11, the current champ. That's right, it better stay that way. Mendy in goal, self-explanatory. Aspilicueta, Mr. Consistent, has to play over an inexperienced Chalobah. Silva, Rudiger, self-explanatory. Reece James, right wing back, best right wing back in the world. Kante, the best player in the world, has to play. Kovacic coming back. He's got the kahunas to play. And Alonso, left wing back, unbelievable. And Lukaku, based on form, Boogeyman's best ever player. Lukaku has to play. He's on form and he scores goals. Mount, unbelievable. Pulisic is on form as well, and I think he's performing to get us that FA Cup. This is what you should vote for. I've got time left. I'm the current champ, and it'll stay that way. You know who to vote for. This team. That's the way it is. I'm the man of the people. I love you so much.
And he still has 10 seconds left in his presentation.
And of course, just look at the team. Just admire it. It's a great team. Thank you.
He's got 5 seconds left.
Keep looking at the team.
Big up. All right. I'm going to ask you one question, as I did with the Hawkeyes. Do you think that Chalobah is a better option or later in this formation?
No, because I feel like I'm going back to the League Cup final, and I thought that Chalobah was having issues dealing with the likes of Diaz. I feel like Aspilicueta will be the best option to start because, as I said, I think he can handle Liverpool's attacking options better than Chalobah. However, as the game goes on, Chalobah's a good option to come on to replace Azpilicueta because no doubt he's going to be tired, and no doubt Liverpool will be taking off the likes of Diaz and Mane and Salah later on in the game as well. So I think Azpilicueta should start as Mr. Consistent. So yeah.
Experience plays a big role in this as well.
Yeah.
So, all right, fantastic. Thank you very much. And I will say again, Mendy in goal in a 3-4-3 with Azpilicueta, Silva, and Rudiger in defence. James, Alonso, wingbacks, Kante, Kovacic in the heart of midfield, Mount, Pulisic flanking, Lukaku in attack. All right, lads, we'll move on to the third lineup, and it's going to be Bobby Smoke Signals. All right, let's have a look. What has Bobby got for us? Interesting. Very interesting. Am I saying interesting too many times? I'm going to get Chris angry if I say interesting one more time. No, all right. Chris. That's it, Chris and Bobby. Bobby's lineup is as follows, people. Bobby is going with a 5-2-3, or you can also call it a 3-4-3 formation. He has Mendy in goal with Chalobah, Silva, and Rudiger in defence. James, Alonso as our wingbacks. Kante, Kovacic again in midfield, with Kai Havertz and Lukaku and Mount in attack. Very interesting. We did talk about Lukaku and Havertz. Bobby, you have 1 minute and your time starts now.
Okay, you've called out the team. I've put Chalobah as right wing back. It's a matter of form. I always pick my teams in the FA Cup or in any of these cup competitions, bearing in mind the 5 substitutions. So starting doesn't really mean that much if you're on the bench and you're going to get some time. So I am slightly the reverse to Chris. I think Chalobah first, maybe Aspi later. But either way, it doesn't really matter. The only other thing I've done slightly differently, I've ignored what was said at the press conference. I don't take any of it. That's why I've put Kante and Kovacic in the middle. I've gone for a formation that will crowd the midfield. You know, Liverpool's all about the midfield, and we've got to have numbers in there. Up top, I've gone for Havertz and Lukaku.
10-second warning.
I don't take what was said in the press conference as well. I think they will both do extremely well against the Liverpool defence line, and of course, Mount.
Time up. All right. Okay, I am going to ask you one question, Bobby, and that is as follows. Do you think... first, it's a two-part question. Do you think that this is the way they're going to line up, or do you reckon Mason Mount will be just behind Havertz and Lukaku? And the second part to that, do you think Lukaku and Havertz can actually have a partnership in this attack?
As I said, I think I don't look at any game based too much on previous games. There's a reason you go into training, and there's a reason you rehearse games. I think if they are put together and they are instructed correctly and follow instructions, they could be very dangerous. It doesn't really matter how the three of them are arranged up top. I think it's going to be quite fluid between Havertz and Mount, at least. We know Lukaku is rather robotic, and sadly, he won't be able to join that trinity of movement up front, but he'll be there in the middle doing his job. I do accept that he is on form. The issue Chelsea have had is strikers not scoring, and in the past 2 games, he's been scoring. So whether it's against 10 men, 9 men, or 100 men, if he's doing that, and we haven't been doing that before, especially him, it's progress.
All right. Cheers, Bobby. Fantastic. Guys, you've seen Bobby's lineup. I will repeat it for you. Mendy in goal. with a 3-4-3 or a 5-2-3 formation. You've got Mendy in goal, Chalobah, Silva, Rudiger in defence, Alonso, Reece James, wing backs, Kante cover in midfield with Havertz, Mount flanking Lukaku in attack. All right, 2 lineups to go. The next one is going to be our current leader in the league. He's not the reigning champion because the reigning champion would be Chris, but he is currently number 1 in the league. He's currently number 1 in the league, and that is Boogeyman. Let's have a look.
He looks nervous.
His team. Hey, listen, no interference, Chris. We'll disqualify you. You don't want to be disqualified. You don't want to be disqualified. You don't want to be. Hey, listen. Hey, Boogie, man. You know what? Yeah, Boogie. You are risking your points with this lineup, man. I mean, I would give the people what they want to see, man. You're doing it the wrong way around. All right, listen. You'll see what I'm talking about, guys, in a moment. Once I put the lineup on the screen. It's going to be a shocking lineup. You guys, are you hearing me? Shocking lineup. All right. Just in case you forgot what I said. Shocking. Here we go. Boogeyman has shocking. Chris, you can't interfere, man. I can.
Sorry.
All right. So Boogeyman is going with a 3-4-3 lineup without Lukaku. I'm just saying. Mendy in goal. Chalobah, Silva, Rudiger. No Lukaku. He's got Alonso, James. No Lukaku. Kante and Kovacic in midfield, no Lukaku. In attack, he's got Werner and Mount, no Ziyech, no Lukaku. And Havertz, no Lukaku. So, Boogeyman, you have a minute to talk about this team that does not have Lukaku in the lineup. Your time starts now. Go.
So Chalobah start. I would love to put Christensen there, but I just think Christensen head is at Barcelona, and the other thing is he just doesn't care too much to track back properly and put pressure. I've seen enough of Christensen between Real Madrid and Chelsea. Going to the middle, I think both Kovacic and Kante are fit. Tuchel just doesn't want to say too much about it. That's why they both started. And against Liverpool, we need those two, and I think they're ready. Kante will rested just for that. And when it comes to the attack, I just don't think Lukaku is on form. We play against Wolves and Leeds. I didn't see anything different from the Lukaku I've seen before. We play a final in a World Cup champion. World Cup final, and Lukaku was taken up at the final. Every time there's a pressure, Lukaku does not perform. The big man, the big game player is Havertz.
Thank you, Boogeyman. Your time is up. I have only one question to ask you. Why isn't Hakim Ziyech playing?
The truth is, Hakim can play. Someone said there's the 5 subs. I would love to put Hakim where Werner is. Yeah. I would love to put Pulisic where Werner is. Yeah. But I'm just thinking, with Fabinho not playing, not being in the lineup, we will have some opening, and we need someone around it that can make those space. And when the ball is put behind the Liverpool defensive line, we need a quicker and with high pace to take those balls. Then Werner is the only one that can do that at a high speed. And Werner, he may not coordinate his control of the ball sometimes, or not giving the ball at the proper time, not timing his passes properly. But his speed, and lately what I saw for him before the last 2 games, he should be able to do the job.
I asked you a question about Hakim Ziyech. You talked to me about Havertz. You talked to me about a team of.
No. I say Hakim can start. The thing is, for me, if Lukaku is on the pitch, then I start thinking about Hakim. If Lukaku is not there, I don't see Hakim Ziyech being there, because Lukaku spend more time in the box than Havertz.
And so I asked you about Hakim Ziyech. You're talking to me about Lukaku. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Yeah, but do you understand? But trying to follow my logic, please. I'm saying Lukaku is the only striker we have that spend more time in the box. And Hakim Ziyech tend to cross. So Havertz does not spend too much time in the box. So that's why every time I don't pull Lukaku, I don't think about Ziyech directly. It's just the way.
I see what you're saying. You're saying that Lukaku is very good at aerial balls, and he's very good at finishing, crosses. Therefore, Hakim Ziyech isn't playing because Lukaku isn't playing. If Lukaku was on the pitch,
the first two statements, I disagree with both.
I know you're
But,
thinking about. I thought I dropped them under the radar, innit, but that didn't work.
but Lukaku spend more time in the box. That is my priority here. He's always in the box. He doesn't move too much. So Ziyech, we can maximize Ziyech ball crossing in the box all the time. But if Lukaku is not there, Havertz is not there most of the time. He's walking around the box. So
sure. All right, cheers, Boogie. Cheers, Boogie.
Yeah, thanks, guy. You've seen it. They tried to push me down. I defend myself.
Hey, listen
to me.
Listen. I'm just wait. Be patient. In respect to the comment, the so unfair comment. This comment. I don't know why he'd think that. I am clearly not biased in respect to Ziyech. No. Blues. You're right. I do have a slight bias to Hakim Ziyech. I think he's a very good player, and I think he isn't getting enough game time, and that is why I am, bringing this up. I would do the same for Mason Mount if I thought Mason Mount was being dropped, if I thought Reece James was being dropped, and I think he has more to offer. So I do have a slight bias towards him, and no issues with that statement whatsoever. I'm good. I can admit that I prefer a certain player over another player, or if I didn't like a player over a player, I would admit. I would just say straight up. I would say it. I mean, I wouldn't go around the houses, but it is what it is. All right, let's continue. We have one more lineup for you guys.
Can I say something quick? Can I say before you go?
Quick?
Yeah, but someone said Boogeyman no football. You didn't highlight that, so I feel like.
I must have missed it. Oh,
you should be highlighting those things, man, so people can see what's Thanks. Okay, next.
I highlighted it. Again, one more time.
What is that? Get that off the screen.
You'll see this. You'll see this comment.
Get that off the screen.
You'll see this comment. All right. Listen, guys. From now on, if you want to big up Boogeyman, you have to send it a super chat. Because if it's not a super chat, I'm not highlighting it. I'm joking. All right, we've got one more lineup, and to be fair, this guy didn't even send me a link, and he's expecting me to enter him in this competition without even sending me a link. I don't know, man. These panelists these days, man. I don't know. Let's see how it looks on the screen because I've not tried this before. Let's see. Okay, so if you guys can't see it, it is not my fault. I'm going to bring it up and I'm going to try to do my best to... let's have a look. It looks a little bit small, but I'll read out the players to you. All right, so he's going... This is Alex, by the way. Alex's formation. He's going with a 3-4-3 formation. He's got Mendy in goal. Christensen, Silva, Rudiger in defence. Alonso and James as the wing-backs. Kovacic, Kante in the heart of midfield. He's got Mason Mount and Pulisic flanking Romelu the Beast Lukaku up front. Alright, let me see. If you guys can see it, I will give him 10 seconds. And Alex, your time starts now. Go for it.
Look, guys, I really don't have much to say. Like the team speaks for itself. The back three is solid at the back. Not playing Dave this game because I just thought the last couple of games he hasn't been at it, and I don't know. I thought he would just get run over. Chalobah at the back didn't maybe got targeted the last cup final. The midfield, I think it's going to run ragged with Kante and Kovacic. No Fabinho in their midfield, so I think this midfield is definitely going to win us the game. And the front three just speak for themselves. I think the link and play against Leeds and the Wolves game with Lukaku being on fire, and I think he's going to bully that defense of Liverpool. And not much else to say, man. Just let the team speak for themselves. And
10-second warning. All right, you good? You done?
Yeah, all good. I don't have to say too much, no?
Fantastic. All right, so that was the formation and the lineup for Alex. I want to ask him one question, and you know me, I'm not biased to no one, but I want to know why Hakim Ziyech isn't starting. So, Alex.
I just based on form. Just literally hasn't played in a good month. Why start him? That's my answer.
All right, fair enough. All right. Now, this is how I'm going to divide the voting. As you know, I can't put more than 4 on a poll, so I'm going to do a 3 and a 2. The first one is going to be a 2. It's going to be Hawkes and Boogie, and then Hawkes and Bobby, and then the second one is going to be Boogie, Alex, and Chris. So let me just put up the poll. Give me 1 second. Guys,
Easy one for me.
Hey, listen, Chris. If you get involved in this, I'm serious, man. Right. So you guys need to pick the winner out of the 2 that I'm gonna post, and this one is Hawkes and Bobby. Okay, so you choose one of these 2, Hawkes or Bobby. The winner from Hawkes and Bobby will advance to the next round to be up against the winner from the next round. So decide now. You have exactly 1 minute to vote. So the polls close in 55 seconds. Let's have a look at what people are saying currently. Currently, Hawkes is in the lead with 57% of the votes. Bobby isn't far off. We've got 9 votes in so far. Come on, guys. Let's get a decent percentage of votes. We have 35 seconds to go. Halfway through. Hawkes is still winning with 61% of the votes. Bobby is lacking in votes. People are not voting for Bobby. Bobby, do you want to have a mind number of your lineup quickly? Bobby, you there? All right. It looks like Hawkes is going to advance. 10 seconds left.
I don't know why this mute it sticks. What do you want me to say?
Time's up. 60 seconds. Done. All right. The poll has ended with. Let me have a look at the final tally. All right. Hawkes 58%. Bobby was making a comeback, but it was just too little, too late. Bobby ends it on 41%. So Hawkes advances into the next round. All right. Now this is the problem. All right, here we go. So you guys have to decide who wins out of. It was Boogie, and then it was it Chris and then Boogie? I don't know. It was Boogie, Chris.
It was me and Boogie. Yeah.
And then Alex. Yeah. It was Chris, Boogie, then Alex. But yeah, don't matter. All right, guys. The poll is up. You have a minute to decide who wins and goes into the next round.
Do you know who to vote for, ladies and gentlemen? Go on, press the. Do you know what to vote for?
Are we even supposed to talk right now?
Oh,
you can talk. I'll let you talk.
Come on. You know you want to make it back-to-back champion in me, yeah? Get me that vote. Come on, guys.
Guys,
Come on.
I haven't been here in a while, so giving me a
You
point.
couldn't even see Alex's team. It was that small. It was a screenshot. Come on. You can't even send a link.
A point could do
Chris
by now.
is smashing it. Chris has got 70%. Only 10 votes in, though. Only
Come on.
13
Get
votes
voting.
in.
Guys, start voting, man.
Come on, guys.
What
Get
are
your
you guys
votes in.
doing, man?
Get your votes in.
Get
You
your votes in.
have 20 seconds to go. 20 seconds to go. Let's get the votes in.
20 seconds to go. Come on. Smash that vote button. You know what to do.
Boogie's making a comeback. Boogie's making a comeback. Oh, here we go. Boogie,
Oh,
Boogie,
see,
Boogie, Boogie.
now I understand. I have to raise my voice next time, and I think I'll.
Yeah, people just start voting, man. Just vote.
I think I just need to be crazy Alex. And
No, just send a link next time.
All right, yeah. All right, last 10 seconds. But it looks like Chris has got this.
Yeah.
5,
Boogeyman's made
4,
fake accounts.
3, 2, 1, done. And Chris has advanced into the final with Hawkeys.
Hawkeys, nice to meet you, mate.
Listen, Chris 56%.
Who are these people
Boogeyman
voting
28%. Boogeyman 28%. Alex on 15%. 25 votes. All right. The final is Hawkeys and Chris. Hawkeys and Chris. All right.
Yeah, but then we can vote, right?
Yeah, you can vote. You could have voted in the last one as well. You could have voted for yourself.
I'm pretty sure Chris voted 100.
I didn't say you can't vote. I didn't say you can't vote.
You snooze, you lose.
You snooze. It's up to you. All right. Here we go. So this is the last one. This is the final. So at the moment, Chris is on 1 point. Hawkeys still hasn't registered a point yet. So let's see if he can.
I don't
win his
understand
first.
who can vote Chris.
I'm sorry, Boogeyman, you've lost. Go mute me.
Voting Chris is
all right. The poll is up.
Football.
You have 2 minutes for the final. You got 2 minutes. The poll is up. All right.
Guys, voting Chris is
You
not
can
good
influence.
football.
Hawkeys, mate. Hawkeys, I like you, mate. You're a nice guy, but you're going to lose this one. I'm going to be back-to-back champion. Okay.
You can vote for Chris. Chris is
Head
not
to
good
head.
for football.
It's head to head right now. 50% each. 50% each.
Hawkeys, how are you feeling today? You nervous for the final, Hawkeys?
Hawkeys just went into the lead. He just smashed it. 71%. Hawkeys is right now.
I use the same team, so you know.
That's just cheating, guys. Come on, you know you're a back-to-back champion.
You don't do that to
Jem, just vote.
Right, listen. Jem wants to know your team. So
can just go back.
Hawkeys first, Chris second. Hawkeys, tell me your team. Quickly.
Yeah, the last team against Leeds with everyone in form. Chaluba.
Just tell me the names quickly.
Okay, Mendy, Thiago Silva, Chaluba, Rudiger, Reece James, Alonso in the midfield, Kovacic and Jorginho. Up front, Pulisic, Lukaku, and Mason Mount.
Chris, let me have it.
Okay, 3-4-3. Mendy, Azpilicueta, Thiago Silva, Rudiger, Reece James right wing back, Kovacic, Kante in the midfield with Marcus Alonso left wing back, Romelu Lukaku, who's on form as a striker, with Mason Mount on the right, and Pulisic on the left. You know what to do. Vote for it.
I told you why Chris is not good for football.
Last 10 seconds, and I'm going to close the polls.
10.
At the moment, Hawkeys is up there with 63%, and Chris with 37%.
It's corruption.
Last couple of seconds.
Chris just starts supporting Chelsea 2 months ago. Never forget that.
And you're Tuchel out.
The time is all right. The final poll. The final result.
I know,
Let's have a look. Hawkeys wins with 60%. 60%, and Chris on 40%.
That's corruption.
Hawkeys takes a point. Keep it in mind, there's only 2 more games to go till the end of the season. So Boogeyman currently, if he wins the next one, he's the champion. Hawkeys, Chris, declared, and I think Max, you're all in with a chance. But actually, I think declared and Max are because they hardly show up. So we'll see.
So Mo, as the reigning champion,
congratulate. Wait. Okay. Hold on. Let me just put him in the middle of the screen. Tonight's champion is Hawkeys. And he has a YouTube channel, Hawkeys Speaks Football. Make sure you go check it out and subscribe. Make sure you give Hawkeys some love. Our champion, and hopefully Hawkeys winning means we will beat Liverpool. Actually, based on that, I wish Chris had won, because last time Chris won,
We
We
won.
won. Yeah.
Chris, can you please predict the result again so we win again?
Yeah, I just want to say to the champion Horkies, mate, I've lost to Julius by corruption and I've lost to you by corruption. I'm not surprised.
I
For
think,
me, but Horkies, mate, congratulations on the win. And my prediction
yeah,
for tomorrow is Chelsea to win 2-0.
yeah, Chris. I think what made you lose was putting Aspilicueta. I think.
I'm just gonna say. I'm just gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. Sorry to interrupt you guys, but Boogeyman, if you want a Chelsea YouTube channel that will support your lineup, go to GNA TV. They don't have Lukaku in their lineup. Look at Jim, man. No Lukaku in his lineup.
I start loving Jim more and more.
If you go on Jim's channel, you'll win. You'll win. Because this channel.
That's what's up. That's what it is. It's just, I mean, I don't understand how 90 or 70% of Chelsea fans think Lukaku should start tomorrow
No,
or Lukaku is in form. I just
Boogie,
cannot
it's
see it.
about Boogie. It's about Lukaku will start. You know, not like we want him to like definitely start, but I think he will start. You get? I think Lukaku will start. He's on form.
Yeah.
We cannot lose without Lukaku. It will be so bad.
Okay.
If we
Good.
Invitation there, Boogie. You have it. You hear it? You see it? It's there.
yeah.
I just don't. But anyways, yeah, no, I understand hockey. Yeah, I mean, you are the
Yeah.
champions. Yeah, so your whatever you say tonight is you have to accept it as the truth. So
And Jem is saying I could understand why Jem is saying with Kai Havertz up front as well. I could understand to just put pressure on the Liverpool backline. I think we said it in the beginning. Yeah, I think more is away. I guess.
Yeah, and he's froze, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lukaku has to start based on form. There's no doubt
Yeah,
about it.
it's just because of form. That's all. Because I could understand why we need that, very active front three to put pressure on the Liverpool backline to make them make mistakes. But with Lukaku, we're going to, retreat to the half of the pitch a little bit, and we will make Liverpool actually play football.
To be honest,
Yeah,
I would say it depends how we approach the game. I think if you approach the game like we approach against Leeds, then this team that we're thinking of starting would actually do well. It's just. I think it's how we approach it. If we are going to be more of a pressing team, then maybe Lukaku is in the passive start. But we could approach this game in a different way. That's what I'm saying. That's why I see Lukaku. That's why I want Lukaku starting, because maybe we don't have to approach the game in a way where we have to go and press them straight away. We could actually be a bit more solid and actually maybe play in a different kind of game instead of actually having to press them so much. So,
so can I add something though? So let's say with Lukaku, we decide not to press their defensive lineup and we retreat.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had a technical difficulty issue, whatever you want to call it. My camera's done. I forgot to charge the battery and I can't find the cable. So we're gonna have to end the stream early. But it's been a fantastic stream. Listen, people, if you haven't subscribed to the Blue Lounge, you gotta subscribe, and you haven't liked the stream. 77 likes after all that. 77 likes. Can you believe it?
Let's smash it.
I'm disappointed, man. I mean, can you imagine Chelsea putting a really good performance tomorrow and we don't get enough goals? And how disappointed we're going to be?
Yeah.
It's the same. We're putting a good performance and we didn't get enough likes. So we're disappointed. Guys, hit the like button. We'll win tomorrow. Tomorrow, Chelsea will raise that FA Cup high in the sky of Wembley. The London sky, the pride of London will win. London is blue, all that good stuff. Guys, subscribe, like, share. Do me a favor, check out Jorge's channel. Check out GNA TV. Show some love to the Chelsea community. All the all these channels need your support, need your love. And tomorrow I will be streaming. Straight. No, I want to stream straight after the game. I'll give it an hour because we're gonna win, and once we win, I want to see us get the trophy, pick up the trophy. I want to enjoy the interviews and all that kind of good stuff. and then we'll stream maybe an hour or two after the final whistle to celebrate the victory, hopefully, of us lifting the FA Cup. And make sure you guys are here. Make sure you come back and watch the post match with us. So make sure you subscribe and turn that bell notification button on. Up the Blues, up the Chills, and Tuchel first domestic trophy. Let's get the party started. Let's put a dampener on Liverpool's season and keep going forward. Take care, people. Apologies for the technical issue. I'll see you all tomorrow evening. Have a good one. Take care yourselves and peace.
Big ups.
In a bit.